In 2024, I ended up in hospital. My body was failing me, my organs weren't working properly, and then just a few days later, I put all of that ambition that ended me in hospital into my business and I increased my revenue by 4.6x in 1 month. Now, look, this was a crazy story and it's the thing that changed my life. My life trajectory went from here, flat, to making no progress, to skyrocketing because I was able to channel my ambition and focus it into my business and doing the things that I needed to do. Because you probably feel the same, you probably have something deep down within you. It's like, I can do more, I can perform at the highest level, and perhaps you've done that, but sometimes your ambition can be negative because I had the mindset of I would rather die than give anything less than 100%. And back then I meant that. Like you would have to I'm going to go into the story, but I would take everything to the extremes. I had so much discipline. Nobody worked harder than me. I truly believed that. Nobody would work harder than me. I would do whatever it took to get to my goals. And at the time, that was me pushing myself on the treadmill. Okay. So I'm going to go into that and how the gym and my work ethic really impacted me and my health. But this was me, right? So for 5 days, I had this blood in my eye, completely random. I had no idea why it happened, but it did. So I the blood came in my eye, and then when I walked down the stairs, I would feel dizzy. I don't know if you know what hypo is, but I was like hypoglycemic, dizzy, couldn't see clearly sometimes, and just felt like rough, like really, really rough. But I just kept going and I still kept going to the gym. I was doing weights. I was doing like 30, 45 minutes, an hour of cardio every day, depending on the day. And during that time, I was also working in the NHS as a respiratory exercise professional at the time, and also running my own coaching business. So I was doing a lot and I had ambitions. I was essentially going in for a bodybuilding competition. That's essentially what I was going for in September. But then in August, all of this stuff happened. My body was basically shutting down. And all despite that, I was just pushing through. Although I had this in this eye and in the other eye as well, you can see that I'm really sweaty and my face was all puffy. I was pale. Pale for me anyway. But yeah, it was but the reason why I kept doing it is because I had the mindset of I'm just gonna keep on going. I don't care. I don't care how I feel, I'm getting that done. And this really reflected through on the treadmill, okay? So I had 45 minutes of cardio that I needed to get done that day. I did around like 33 minutes and I just felt like, whoa, I hit a wall. I was like, this is not like me. So I actually stopped the treadmill for the first time in my life. Usually I just go all the way through. I don't stop. I'm getting it done. Like stopping doesn't make it easy. I'm not going to hold on to the treadmill. I'm just doing it. But I had to stop. I physically had to stop because my body just felt like it was shutting down. I couldn't push through. I just hit a wall. But then I came off the treadmill. I stopped for like 30 seconds to 60 seconds, and I was like, I'm not leaving this fucking gym until I do this cardio. Like I am not leaving this gym until I finish my 45 minutes of cardio. So I did it, and it was rough. It was so hard, but I forced myself through it. And this is me on the treadmill after just laying down for like 7 minutes, eyes puffy, face puffy and swollen. But I got it done. But I wasn't aware of the impact this was actually having on my body, right? Like this ended me in hospital, but this could be the same with you. Not in the extremes that I had it, maybe not. But if you're running on 3 to 5 coffees a day, 300 milligrams of caffeine, you feel tired, you feel exhausted, but you push through anyway because you feel like you have to, right? Or you notice sometimes you can't think as clearly, you can't focus, but you're like, oh, I don't care, I'm gonna get it done anyway, I'm just gonna push through. I get it. I do get it, like you see, I do, but at the same time, like that's a sign that your body, there's something going on there, and you either need to work out, okay, what's going on, like what's causing that? Is your sleep not in a good spot? Are you pushing your body too hard? Are you doing too much at once? Because understand that at a certain point you can push through, but if you push through for too long, your body will fight back and push you all the way back down to hell, right? And then you have to climb your way back up. Whereas if you just keep things steady and you manage your recovery, you manage your energy, then guess what? You're going to be able to constantly, consistently perform at a good level rather than trying to perform at 120%, only getting to 60% and finding that you can't break past it. And some days you may feel that you're even lower than that because your body is forcing you to rest. If you find that you're irritable, you can't think clearly, you spend 2 hours doing a task that should take 1 hour, you find yourself irritable or emotionally reactive for no reason, all things signs that you need to prioritize your recovery and listen to yourself. So yeah, I ended up in hospital. August 2024, spent 3 days in hospital, but yeah, my body basically just shut down, right? I had my blood's back and I had some liver enzymes. My liver was basically going in overdrive. I was just pushing myself too hard. And honestly, this was a life-changing moment for me, to be honest, like going in hospital. And I'm going to tell you exactly how I actually channeled this for good. Because a few days later, I completely changed the scene here. So yeah, getting into here as well. This was my whoop at the time, so this was not in hospital. It was awful. Like they wake you up in hospital. Sleep's the most important thing that you can have for recovery. They literally wake you up in the middle of the night and move you. I never understand that, and it's a horrible environment. But yeah, 5 hours, 5 minutes sleep, 33% recovery. I felt awful. I literally wasted away. Like I was in great shape before this. Obviously, I was competing for a bodybuilding competition, preparing for that. I was in great shape. Wasted away in a few days because of just being inactive in bed in hospital. It was awful, honestly. I can laugh about it now, but at the time it was awful. I was thinking I've put in so much work for this competition that I'm now able to do. My health's like in jeopardy. Like what's going to happen? Is my heart going to be okay? Or is my liver going to be okay? Like all these things, and they were fine. But like at the time, it was really scary to be honest. Felt depressed for a few days after. I snapped myself back out of it, but I did feel pretty bad. So yeah, like this also was the case for I was in there for like 3 nights. So yeah, my sleep wasn't the best in there. And then what actually changed? So yeah, after this, I had basically I booked some time off work just so that I could go all into doing this, the competition that I had. So I wanted a bit of time off work from the NHS just so I could be all in. And I was like irritable and stuff, so I didn't really want to be around people, like colleagues and stuff. So I booked time off, but I also couldn't go to the gym because I had to rest, right? Because my body had just been through hell. So what I did is I was a little bit like for the first day I was like, fuck, like shit. What's going on? Like, why has that happened? Like, contemplating my life choices. Like, what do I need to do now? Should I just not go gym or not go gym or just go more into like only lifestyle, never like lift weights again? I really was, in the back of my mind, that wasn't really an option. But all these scenarios that go through your head at the time. But yeah, after this, what I didn't unlearn was the routines and habits that I was able to put in to allow myself to excel physically to get myself in really good shape because I was very, very lean at the time, like I was shredded. But aside from that, I had the discipline, right? So every single day, I was basically in bed between 9, half 9, and up between, 5 and half 5, weekends included. And the first thing on my mind would be work, right? I just wanted to get up and build my business because I'd been slacking on for too long. And I decided that this was going to be the thing that I now focus on. And I had hyper focused tunnel vision. Like I had a goal to achieve and I knew with full certainty that I was going to achieve it. And everything that I was doing in terms of my lifestyle was in line with that, right? My sleep, bang on, waking up, refreshed, ready to attack the day, nutrition on point, good micronutrients, no shitty foods. Like I wasn't putting anything in my body that was going to give me brain fog. Everything was on point, and I'd learnt that from the past 6 months that I'd spent preparing for this competition. So although I couldn't do it, it allowed me to focus into something even better than the competition, which is actually helping other people, right? And coaching people to get into good shape with their lives. But obviously taking the lessons that I learned about recovery as well and factoring that in for them so they could get in the best shape of their lives, build muscle, lose fat, sleep better, that sort of thing. And now obviously I'm in the realm of sleep science. I'm going all into helping people improve their sleep for the performance aspect of being able to focus better in their business and maximize their output and maximize everything they're doing in that regard so they don't wake up feeling groggy, right? So it's all interlinked, these things. So nothing ever missed a beat and I constantly woke up energized, clear, focused. And I kid you not, from that day onwards, I can do 6 hours of focus work without taking a break. I just can have a level that I can tap into now where I can just focus and work. Now, again, I balance that and I look at my recovery. I look at if I notice that I'm feeling groggier, if I notice I'm more tired, if I notice that I can't think as clearly, I'm like, okay, where do I need to pull back here? What do I need to focus on? What pillars are out of whack here? Is it my sleep? Is it my nutrition? Is it my exercise? Because they all are linked and you need to factor all these in if you want to perform at 100%. Otherwise, you're going to be constantly below your potential. So yeah, like, this is these are my scores, right? So this is my whoop for like a bit later on in August. But yeah, you can see I didn't really miss a beat. Woke up 5:12, 5:03, 5:16, 4:57, 5:47, 5:32, 5:15, and bed like between again, yeah, 9, half 9 most nights. Like very consistent sleep. And yeah, revenue 4.6x'd in a month, which was fantastic for me and obviously for other people that I was able to help, which was like a really big fulfilling moment in my life. So yeah, if you feel like you've got ambition, but you feel like some days you feel groggy, you don't feel like at your very best, then you may just need to look at, okay, like what is causing you to be limited, what is capping your potential. And if you take my performance quiz below, it will basically show you anything in your sleep that's impacting your performance that you can go and improve so that you can start waking up more refreshed, performing at your best, and ultimately in the day fulfilling the potential that you know you can match. Okay. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.